Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. We're on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and we're on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. Okay, well, I had mentioned earlier in one of the videos that there was a project I wanted to do with Joey Cardmaker's digitals, and what it is I'd like to make an entire deck, 52 cards and jokers, which I have a fun idea about that, but I have to work on it first. Using faces. And again, I haven't done my nails. Sorry about that. But anyways, so I've been working on it, and I thought we would just do some together, and I'll add periodically as Joey comes out with different digitals. So these are the ones that I'm working with so far. The 1930s, 50s guys, 50s gals, the 60s, and then I also have the groovy, but I need to go back in and print that because I've used it all. Whoops. And then, what is this one? Yep, that's it. And then the Jardin Royale with faces. And then I also am doing the Joey Cardmaker mashups that are on his Ko-fi. So if you go over to his Ko-fi, and I'm doing that, and I need to get a couple of them that I have used all the way up. So I'll be doing that as well. But anyways, I pulled out some cards, and all the cards are not the same size, and I kind of like it that way because my plan is then to put them all on a ring. And I think them not being the same size, they might tear a little bit. Now, these are very similar in size. Barely a difference, but still, I have some little cards and I have some jumbo cards. So we'll see how that goes. So I have started, and here are some of the ones I have. Some of them I won't be able to tell you where they came from because I've already cut it off. But this one is from the 50s guys. And basically all I'm doing is I'm just taking a card and I'm using the back. And you could just get a brand new deck. The only reason I'm using the vintage ones is, well, not the only reason, but one reason is because I have so many. I have so many. Now, because I put this on copy paper, you can see through it, so I can kind of see, well, kind of where to place it. I'm going to hold it up a little bit like that. Try, because I do want to get the majority of his face. Okay, and I'm gonna let that dry for a second, and then I'll cut around it. Hope everybody's having a really good day. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful here. It's in the 80s, extremely windy though, but it's so beautiful. Our magnolia tree is in full bloom and absolutely gorgeous. Joey loves it. I told him I hope it's like today it just fully bloomed. I told him, I said, I hope you get home before the rain hits so you can see it, because it's his favorite. Mine are lilacs, but this is his favorite. I love this card. Isn't that pretty? Okay, let's just do like 2 or 3, and then we will. This one is, yeah, this is still 60s. Then we'll cut some out. And then we'll keep going. I mean, this is definitely, you could do a mass make. You could do them all at one time, but I didn't have, like I said, I don't have enough. So it's one of those ongoing projects as Joey comes out with wonderful. This one's a little thicker. As Joey comes out with wonderful digitals with people, I'm going to add them to my ring. Okay, let's see if this one. So I'm just doing kind of a close cut here. When I get done with them all, well, not, I mean, I'm going to start probably here soon. I'm gonna put Mod Podge on them with some talc in it, and if you don't want to use talc, I think you could use cornstarch. Oops, What did I set him in? Well, hopefully that'll dry. I had just washed my desk, so there might have been a little puddle there. Aw. See, if he doesn't dry without these blemishes I just gave him, I'll do another one. Okay. Gosh, I hope I didn't give everybody a blemish. No. But it looks like the art glitter glue is kind of going through on some of them. But it's probably my paper because I am using just copy paper. I'll probably ink all of them and then Mod Podge with some talc. And the reason I'm going to use the talc is so that they don't stick together. That turned out good. Yeah, I think this guy is gonna, I don't know, we'll see what happens to him. Let's see, did I set that one in one? Nope, okay. And then I'll show you my next step. I'm only going to do one because it probably could be a little annoying. But this is a very easy project, super fun. So if you have a collection that you're wanting to do, like, I don't know, maybe you collect dogs or something and you want to do, you know, every time you get one that comes out, you want to do, you know, a puppy card and you just add it to your ring. Okay, so then I'm going to take this broken down coarse fingernail file and I'm just going to go around it, and I go at a slant and then that gets that curve nice. Depending on how thick your paper is, you could probably cut it out with the file, but it didn't work very well for me, so I cut it out, which doesn't take but a second, and then I'm going to go around it like this, and then that's going to leave a nice crispness to the card, and then it also leaves, I don't know if you can see that little rim, which I think will be nice if, you know, to then distress. Okay, so we'll just keep making some of these. See? I like it. So it's a very, very simple and quick, very quick mess make. I think it's quick. Look at this. How pretty is that going to be? Okay. So I also have a couple I'll put in my Happy Mail giveaway. It's getting pretty packed, but it still has tons of room. You can see lots of goodies in there. And so, yeah, we'll be doing a drawing when that gets full. I'll do a separate video just for the drawing. And just so you know, you'll have to be a subscriber, and then I'll put the details on how to enter in that particular video. So you'll know when that happens. It'll also, I'll tell you about it on my Facebook and Instagram too. Okay. I was just thinking, I think there must be a sale or something around our neighborhood because so many people have pulled in to our driveway, or we have a semicircle driveway, or they've turned around. They've pulled in and turned around. So I'm wondering what's going on. Next week is spring break around here. So the university that Joey works at will have spring break. But he still works. He'll do a lot of maintenance and preventative stuff, I think. Get things kind of caught up a little bit. I guess you just don't realize how much, with the university and all those dorms how much there is, you know, to do. Ooh, isn't that so pretty? Oh, I love it. Well, another thing about using a little bit of talc or what have you in the Mod Podge is that it makes it not as wet, causing as many wrinkles. I mean, it still may wrinkle up a little bit. I think this guy, I don't know. I just like him so much. I might keep it. I mean, I could pray him again, but we'll see. We'll see. I haven't decided. Okay, I'm going to set her aside because she's completely done. These guys need filed. Let's do a few more while we have I have a couple more cards, and then I'll show you something else. Isn't that pretty? This one, I believe, is from 50s gals. No, she's from the 60s. She's from the 60s. It's very pretty. Those hair, I remember in kindergarten, my friend Laura that lived next door, her mama did her hair like that every single day. And she had little bangs too, but it was always done. And then, so she had little bangs right here. And then she always wore this little bow right there. And of course, you know, I had a pixie where my mom had taped down my bangs and then cut them. So I dreamed of a day to have hair like Laura did. Probably wouldn't have worked because it's so curly and anyways, but she always had, I always thought she had such pretty hair. I spent some of yesterday fussy cutting some of Joey's Jardin Royale. You just want to use an accent every time you say it. So that was kind of fun. And like I've told you before, every time I do like an Etsy share or start doing fussy cuts, you just get an idea of the absolute beauty and talent of these creators. Look at that hat. That's pretty. Now this one is 50s gals. Okay, so this will be the last one we do, and then we'll go to the next thing. I'll show you. Some of these older cards are great because they don't have a slick back, you know. They're a little bit more porous, so they seem to work really well. Tomorrow's craft day at my daughter's church, so I'll be going to that with her and the girls, my granddaughters. It's so much fun. I'm working on a slow stitch journal cover. So it's nice to just sit and concentrate on that and, you know. Okay. These all need sanded. Then I have these two that also need sanded. Where's this? This one could almost be, this one's almost done. This is from Joey's mashup. And I don't remember which mod. I'm sorry about that noise. Okay, so I won't do that. I won't do any more of those, but I just wanted to get him done because he looked like he was almost done. Okay, and then there's that one. She needs to be done too. So I'll put her in this pile. All right, so here's what we have so far. These are ones that I've done. Now she's completely done. This one's completely done except for the hole because I've already edged her and everything. Aren't these gorgeous? Oh my gosh. And I haven't even done all of the faces. I mean, you could do all of the faces, and I may go back and use some if I need to, but I want to save enough so that this year, as Joey is putting out digitals, if he has any that have faces on them, that, you know, I can use them for my deck of cards. So this is a mashup. Looks like I have sanded most of these, but this one is not sanded. Put her, so she's not sanded. And one thing I also have done is making sure that I'm not duplicating, like I don't have another 4 clubs, because I do want to try to get 52 with, you know, each individual card with the suit. Okay, I think this guy's, I'm going to have to print him again because that's drying kind of weird on his face. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand. Let's see, this one needs sanded. Okay. No, that one is sanded. What I'm going to do is, well, no, first what I'm going to do is I'm going to distress them. I do want to do that. Because, like, for instance, this one doesn't go all the way to the edge, so I want to make sure to distress it so it looks kind of uniform. Yeah, and I think that'll look really nice. I did want to show you, these are some other ones that I picked out. Now this one I picked out because there were so many beautiful ones that were hard, but it made it easy because on some of them that Joey has done, their hair goes all the way up. Well, I needed it to come, here's a card that was a duplicate. I needed it to go straight across because I wanted it to cover the whole card. And so I picked a face whose hair, because I wanted this big hair here, that dropped down a bit and didn't go all the way up. So that's why I chose her. And now this one is barely going to fit, so definitely the distressing is going to work with that. More people from the different kits. Another thing that I wanted to do, now you do whatever you want for yours, of course, but one thing that I wanted to do is only have singles. So many of Joey's kits have couples, and which are lovely, but in this card deck that I'm making, I wanted it to just be individual people. I don't know why, and I don't know that if I'll change my mind or not, but for now that's kind of what I want to do, is just individual people. This poor sponge is just about done. I think I'm going to change it real quick. Now, of course, if you've never used cards for junk journaling, you could, one of the things that you can do is you can put the picture on this side so that you can see the fun, whatever your card is. But either way, they're so fun to put in a journal. You could also put, you know, a little piece of paper here for people to write on. They're just fun to tuck in, I think. Okay, I'm going to toss that. That thing is about done. Put a new one on. And then I have this ink refresher, and I just find, like, the first time that I use this, I give this a couple of sprays, and it kind of picks up the ink a little bit better. And I'm going to do this over the trash can real quick. I don't know what it is. Probably just like a, I don't know, lanolin or something. I don't know. Whoa. Conditions at all. This might be a little bit dark going on this guy. Yeah, That's okay. I don't mind it. Anyways, it gives a really nice thickness to put into a journal if that's what you want to do. That ink isn't sticking to that little part of the card. I'm going to lay it over there because I think it's pretty wet. I really like these. These would be these photos. I mean, they come, Joey's got them put together in the kit as journal cards, which are amazing. If you cut them out the way that, you know, he's made the kit. But I also think they would be good as, why am I drawing a blank on this? You know how they come in the cardboard, the old-fashioned, what am I trying to say? Oh, I had a time last time I tried to tell you about these cards. Those cardboard things. It's what photography studios used to put their pictures in. What are those called? Oh, brother, I can't think. Can't think of what it's called. But it would be fun to make some faux, you know, for these. Make those faux. Oh boy. I hope you know what I'm talking about. It's a little folio that these come in, that pictures come in from a photography studio back in the day. Some of them might still. I know when my girls, of course this has been years ago, when my girls graduated high school and had their high school senior pictures, their pictures came in a folio type of thing. But it wasn't cardboard like those from the past. Okay, she's done. And then these guys all need sanded. Okay, I'm going to pause real quick and sand those so you don't have to listen to it. Okay, so just a second. Okay, I'm back, and what I did was I went ahead. I couldn't help it. I went ahead and got my Mod Podge. I got a little bit of water to put my brush in. I'm going to set it over here so I don't knock it over. Got a brush. I hope that brush works well. I got about 2 teaspoons of talc, and then I'm just going to pour some of this in, if I can get the thing open. Oh my goodness. Well, I should have worked on that before I turned the camera back on. See if I can get it. Yes. Oh my gosh. Wowza. Brother. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour. I'm going to pour it. Wow. I wonder if this is an old one. I had several when I cleaned up organized and cleaned up my craft room a couple weeks ago. I found like duplicates of stuff, and who knows how old they are. So this one was separated. I wonder if it's clunky inside. Doesn't look pretty on the outside, that's for sure. Maybe it's okay. So I am estimating that I put about 2 teaspoons of talc to about a 1/4 cup. I need to wash that lid. That's yuck. To about a 1/4 cup of Mod Podge. I'm guessing. All estimates. It goes on the same. It just dries a lot quicker and a lot more matte. And it's matte Mod Podge to begin with. But still, you know how it sticks together? When I put the talc in, it doesn't do that. And then you've probably seen me add coffee to this to give it a distress, but I didn't want to do that to the cards. I didn't want to distress it more than that. Edging. I'm just trying to get some of these lumps out. When you put the coffee in, it thins it down, so I think that helps with the talc. Just try to get those out. I think that's pretty good. We'll see. Okay. hope I have enough room to place all of these. So I'm just gonna brush it on and I'm kind of doing it thin, but I'm trying not to overwork it because I have noticed that sometimes it can run. There's some talc. Sometimes it can run my ink, so try not to overwork it too much. See, I'll show you here in a second. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little bit of blue on this paintbrush from going over that a couple of times. They're so pretty. By the time I get this stack done, that first one may be dry. We'll see. It is giving a little bit of a ripple. Hopefully that'll settle down as it dries. I guess you could put it on with Mod Podge. Put your paper, you know, your image on with Mod Podge. And then Mod Podge over it. And maybe that would give it, would help it to not ripple. I mean, I know it would be a lot more wet, but you would have full coverage under the card. Whereas I used the art glitter glue in just little streaks here and there. So I don't know if that's causing it to ripple where there's no glue. I don't know. I'd probably investigate a little bit more if I were giving this as a gift, but what I'm doing is I'm just wanting to have something to collect of Joey's, you know, like I have his kits, but I just thought this would be fun to keep collecting and to add to as time goes. And who knows? I mean, it could get to where I have more than 52. Maybe I decide to do 100. Just keep going as Joey puts them out, and he's so good about his kits. He's very faithful at making them, and I think he just loves it so much. So, oh, I kind of oversaturated because there was some talc. That one is bleeding green a little bit on the edges. Trying to make his face green. Okay. Oh, I hope that dries okay. I feel like there's a little talc right there. There. That's better. I've never had it too much that I can recall where the talc isn't blending well. I don't remember that happening before. So I gave my brush a swirl. I mean, you could wash it, but I gave it a swirl to try to get some of that extra color off of there. Blend it in a little bit to the white. Do her face before I get blue in it. Yeah, my little James Dean guy is drying nicely. I don't know if you can see. There's some that's shiny and some that's not, so it's drying up nice. Okay, I'm just keeping on keeping on. I'll tell you, I hope that they don't all come off of their greeting or their playing cards, because they do have a little bit of ripple in them. So I'm hoping that they all stay nicely. I thought about punching the hole first, and then I thought, okay, then what will happen if I then Mod Podge? And I think I've done that before, where there's plastic will start to peel at the hole. So I thought, well, I'll see if this is better to do it this way. Ooh, that's pretty with this gloss on it. I mean, it's matte, but it's still finished a little bit more, you know. This is the kit, this green one, and I kind of want to say it was November, but I can't remember. That I used this kit to make my niece and her fiance Christmas ornaments. She's a redhead, and there were some military pictures in there, men in like uniforms, and her fiance is in the military, so I think that worked out pretty good. Trying to test to see if there's any talc before I put it on their face. I don't want that like I had on that one guy. I love that hair. Okay, I think I'm going to run out of room. But once I get to going on these, as Joey comes out, I'll probably like just do 2 or 3 from each kit. We'll see, you know, depending on what his kits are like. I'm loving them. Loving. I just hope that they don't ripple too bad. I think if you did cardstock, you would have a better chance of them not rippling, you know. Some of these are just using what I already had. And I think all of these were on just regular paper, copy paper. That one seems to be a little green right through the center there. Cleaning my glue off, or my paintbrush off in the glue here. Yeah, see, I don't know if you can see here, there's talc here. So before I get that on her face, I want to kind of blend it in. I like it. Oh, did I tell you guys that I took my grandson fishing the other day? After he got off school, he had track practice, and which I'm excited for him with that. And then he then we went home to his house and got his fishing equipment. And first I took him down to one of our lakes. We're very blessed. We have a lot of lakes in a short distance. And then nothing was biting. Well, he had one bite, but he didn't catch anything. So then I took him to a nearby river, and that was super fun. Again, nothing got it. It was so sunny, and he fishes for bass, and I think that, you know, there just wasn't enough shade cover at the time. It was just super sunny, but he had a blast casting and doing stuff like that. And there were quite a few people out there. We didn't see anybody catch anything though. It was so fun. I'll tell you, it was so much fun that I went and got me a fishing license so that he could teach me. We could go fishing together. He could teach me what to do. So we were planning on going today because it's supposed to rain. And somewhere I had read that bass come to the top to feed during the rain. And I thought, oh, that'd be fun. And it's going to, you know, it's so warm today that the rain, that wouldn't bother me a bit. And I don't think it would bother him. And, but it's so windy out. So I don't know. I haven't heard from him if he's wanting to still go or not. But I am ready if he does. Of course, I'm a grandma. Anything to spend time with them. It's fun. Okay, well, gosh, that's it. That's it. I'm going to put that in that warm water, get that kind of... So, we'll see how they all turn out, but I don't know if you can tell. There's some ripples. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. If you have suggestions, let me know. Okay, so that one's dry. That one's dry. Okay, what could I do? What could I... roll that on there and see if that helps. No, it did not help. Basically, I don't know. Can you see the ripples? Maybe if I do it like that, you can. What it is I think it looks like... So I went like this with the glue. And everywhere there is not that, it rippled. And I'm wondering if next time I do it, if it would be better to use a glue stick. And then just go around the edge, maybe with art glitter glue. But I do not feel like it's a failure. I love them anyways. And I'm going to figure out a way to make it work. You could sew around them too. I don't know if I'll do that or not. I mean, that flattens it out a little bit, but doesn't get rid of all the ripples. But look how quick that dries, that Mod Podge. Dries very, very quick. That one's almost dry. So yeah, tell me what you think. Tell me if you think that there's a better way. Okay, cool. Oops, that one's not quite dry. Fun! Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 16. And then I've got these I need to find some cards for, which won't be tough. I just want to get ones that are not ones that I've already used on, you know, as far as what the suit and the number is. So, okay, everybody, thanks so much for hanging with me and coming along with this idea I had. I hope you'll do something like this. I hope you'll try it. I'm going to come up with a hashtag, maybe like hashtag 52 card maker, like Joey Cardmaker. 50, how about hashtag, let me see, where's my pencil? Where's scrap? Hashtag 52 card pickup. It's long. 52 card pickup, Joey Cardmaker. It's the longest hashtag ever. I hope they let you have hashtags that long. 52 card pickup, Joey Cardmaker. Let's use that. And if you would label, if you do this, even if you just do 1 or 2, if you'll label it this way, then Joey will be able to see everything that you're doing, all of the ones that you're doing. Okay? Cool. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me and your ideas. I value those. Thanks for subscribing and the new subscribers. Yay. Welcome to the little yellow house. Don't forget, we pray blessings over you and we want you to know you're so loved. See you in the next video, everyone. Bye-bye.